First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
What do you think of today's race?
I thought it was great. I've done some road races, but never a road mile before, so it was cool to, I had to keep reminding myself as I was warming up, like, when the gun goes off, you got to go hard, because I'm so used to road races, you take it easy for a little bit, then pick it up at the end. So, I think it was great that the field of women was a really strong field, and having Debrisky in it just made it an even faster race, and the two of us could really push each other at the end. So,
Is it hard to judge the finish on the road?
I didn't find it too bad, actually, because I'd been warned so many times not to think the finish was closer than it was. So, I felt, going towards the finish felt pretty good. I think there was a little dip that I didn't anticipate, kind of got jello legs, and so I was a little upset about that, but that's the nature of road racing, and so it was fun. Yeah, it was good.
So is that it for your season?
Yeah, this is the last one.
Looking at the year as a whole, obviously, last year hardly anyone really knew who you were.
Yeah.
How do you put it all in perspective?
I'm so incredibly happy with how things turned out. That being said, there's still a few things that I wish that I want to do better at, or that I wish could have gone better. So I think it's a good position to be in. Not content, not completely satisfied, but at the same time excited, very excited.
So next year, what's focusing on Worlds, breaking 4?
Definitely Worlds. Would love to break 4. I want to keep trying to chip away at my 1500 time, and see if in a couple years from now I can go after the American record. But I know it's going to take just consistent training and year after year just trying to chip away. So, but yeah, definitely the goal next year would be to break 4 and to do well in the World Championship.
And do you have anything mapped out in terms of where you're going to be training and over the winter?
We're going to do some more altitude training, I think. We went to Mexico last year, so probably back there. We also went to Colorado Springs at the Olympic Training Center. That was great. And I think, as far as travel, that would probably be it. And then the rest of the time will be in San Francisco. So.
You seem to like going back to San Francisco.
Yep, that's where I'm based now. So it's nice to be home.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
We're back with Shannon. We're going to talk a little bit about Coach Cook.
Yes.
You're just saying, how important he is to you and what he's done, how he holds it all together.
Yeah. I think, we were talking about how the group dynamic, there's three such talented women all training together, and yet we're all so supportive of each other at the same time. And I think Coach Cook is really the heart and soul of the group. He's seen, someone's called him, I think, a salty dog before, or something like that. From a distance he may seem a little rough around the edges, but he just has the biggest heart, and would do anything for his athletes and the people he cares about.
How did you first get hooked up through him? Was that through Nike, or?
I think Nike, sort of, but the women in the group, Shannon and Aaron, were looking to add a third person, and I was fortunate enough that they knew me from our college days, and they thought I would be a good addition to the group, and so I started talking to Coach Cook while I was still injured. And
so they were already with him? They
were already with him, and I wasn't even running at the time, and he offered to find me doctors and get me help, and then I knew he was the guy that I wanted to keep working with, or to start working with. So
turned out great. How long have you been with him?
For, I guess, about a little over a year.
Wow.
I started working with him spring of 2007, late spring.
Impressive.
Yeah.
When did you first start running again from your injury?
I started running on the ground in August 2007, so about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and really getting going. And probably October he started giving me workouts and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Straight up.
Luckily, I'm very, very fortunate.
All right.
In that. So,
thanks.
Thank you.